Hello. I have to say, no, I'm not going to say it.
What
I was going to say that I'm super proud of myself for really getting that Mrs. Doubtfire greeting under control.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do it.
You did not do it. That's true. This is the first time I can say that, not even partially.
But like, maybe someday I'll be able to not do it and then also not tell you that I didn't do it.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So that's we're baby steps.
Okay.
But that's the next goal.
Okay.
Far into the future.
That was very Hitler-esque, that salute.
Far into the future! Hello! This is your Canadian Lesbian Best Friends with Gabrielle.
And with Hillary.
And we got a couple of questions since our last show, so we're going to venture to answer both of them.
Yes.
Today.
That is what we will try to do.
They appear to be from people who know each other, but if they're not, we apologize.
They do seem, yes, they seem to be of one family. We will see.
I mean, maybe they could write back and let us know if you guys know each other.
Yep. All right.
They have the same last name.
Yes.
You asked. Do you want to read the first one or shall I?
Sure. I'll read it.
Go for it.
Dear Canadian lesbians.
That's us.
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
My whole family is very tall. They are all over 6 feet in height, even my mother. I am now 24 years old, and I don't think I will grow any more. I am only 5 feet and 6 inches. Can I make myself to grow more? I want to be very tall. I wish I was tall like all my family. That's from Shorty Nostril View in Amsterdam.
Shorty Nostril View in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
I got some bad news for you, Shorty. You can't.
You can't. I mean, 5'6" is not that short.
I'm 5'6".
Yeah, and
I love it.
Yeah, you're taller than me.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, 5'6" is a sort of fully grown woman's height around here. I know if you're from Holland, or the Netherlands, people are pretty tall.
Yeah.
So that could be it. You're probably surrounded by very tall people all the time.
Adorable.
You need to move somewhere where everybody else
should
is
come here. You should come to Canada.
Come
There's
to my
lots of
building.
shorties.
I'm the tallest person in the building.
I'm like a giant here.
It's true, yeah.
Or move to like Tokyo or something like that.
Yeah. When my kids were little, my youngest daughter used to, I would sometimes walk in on her and she'd be in her room and she'd be like yanking on her legs, or they'd be like under her bed or something, and what are you doing? And she'd say, I'm growing my legs.
I'm growing my legs. You could try that.
You could try growing your legs.
I was going to suggest maybe like going to a park and hanging upside down from the jungle gym.
Yeah.
For like 2-3 days.
Years.
And see what happens. Probably grow a bit.
Yep. And
yeah.
you'd get a lot of blood rushing to your head.
You'd probably die if we're being honest. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen for you.
No, you're 24 and you're female. If you were a man at 24, there's a possibility that you're growing like another inch. Mm-hmm. But generally, women are done by now.
I say embrace it.
Yeah.
Embrace your 5'6"-ness.
Move somewhere where people are shorter than Amsterdam. That's my advice.
Great.
All right.
If you move here, give us a call.
Yeah.
Go for drinks or something.
Yeah. And then you'll feel tall because you'll be the same height as Hillary.
And taller than Gabrielle.
I'll be shrimpy McShrimpscenes.
That's right.
That's right.
We will point and laugh.
That's
like
right.
this. She'll cry. It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
All right. You'll feel great.
You will.
Come to Canada.
Exactly.
Great. All right. We're moving along. Thanks for writing in, by the way. It's great to hear from you all the way from Amsterdam. Super fun. All right. This next one is also from Amsterdam, leading us to believe these people might know each other.
Right.
It says, hello, Canadian lesbians. I'm writing from Amsterdam. My question to you is that I want to know, how do you feel about this new style of everyone having part of their head shaved? Do you like it? I would like to hear you talk about this. Sincerely, Ready with the Clippers. In Amsterdam.
I wonder if it's the same in Amsterdam as it is here in Toronto. I would say here it's people of a certain age. It's certainly like, maybe girls ages 16 to 25.
Yeah.
And I guess men as well.
Yeah. It is quite popular.
It is
quite popular. You do see a lot of people.
You do see a lot of that.
What do you think about it?
I don't know. Both my kids did this at a certain point.
Yeah.
And I think one trick, and both my kids have this going for them, is you have to be gorgeous to pull it off. I think you have, and it's true though.
Yeah.
You have to be gorgeous to pull it off, because what you're giving people is a sort of streamline to your face. It's way more focus on the features of your face.
Yeah. So
and
what you're saying is I should do it?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think it looks like a mistake on some people. It looks like a
Yeah, I think you also have to have a lot of hair to do it.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have full thick hair,
yeah. It looks
it's
all
not
woolly
great.
and
Yeah,
thin
it
and
looks
gross.
like a mistake.
Yeah, and or like you had an accident with a lawnmower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we've all been there.
yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think some people really pull it off really, really well. I think
Yeah.
it's like any hairstyle. Like some
Yeah.
people can really pull it off, and some people
Yeah.
cannot. I think like anything, you shouldn't do it because it's popular or because everybody else is doing it. I mean, if you
Yeah.
want to do it. But I think, everyone has to be aware of their own limitations and
Yeah.
what looks good on you, and just figure out sort of what works for you. And if that hairstyle does,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I do think, however, that it's one of those things that in 20 years, when you look back at the photos, you're going to think, what was I thinking?
Right.
That's not one of the, it's not going to age well. It's
Yeah.
right now, it's something that we're thinking, oh, it can look good on people, and it's a style right now. But in 20 years, when you look back at it, there's going to be a lot of,
Like, think back when you look on like 90s haircuts.
that's just
Like,
it, though.
yeah.
They're bad.
Like Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement.
Right.
Like,
And you think,
so
what?
cute at the time, but now you're like, what is that? Is that a mushroom cut?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so
Frosted tips.
think of how
What?
much more extreme this is.
Yeah.
And then you look back at it in 20 years and it's going to be a whole lot of, Mommy, what were you thinking?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, not that you shouldn't do something because in 20 years you will have regretted it. I mean,
Because
at the
in 20
time,
years
might
you're
like
going
it.
to regret everything.
Exactly. I'm going to regret this liquor box t-shirt in 20 years.
I don't think you will.
No, I won't.
You won't. You will not regret that.
I would love it.
I was going to elaborate on that, but I think we'll just leave it. I think we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm sitting on it.
Yeah, yeah. I think, high school yearbook, 20 years from now, you're going to think about that. But if it looks good on you, it looks good on you. If it doesn't,
Get a hat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Thank you as well for writing in.
Yes. Okay, our next segment is you did not
You
ask.
didn't ask.
You didn't ask.
Nope.
These are questions that were asked to someone else in advice column land.
Mm-hmm.
And
We're going to answer them.
Yep.
Or it. We only have one.
Mhm.
We're going to answer it. This was written to an advice giver named Carrie.
Okay.
I don't know where she's from. It says, while I was staying at a friend's house over my birthday weekend, we were discussing a person's photo on Facebook. The question came up, was it appropriate to ask if someone who was not present was a lesbian based on that person's photo? In my mind, this was an innocent question. It could have been answered in a myriad of ways, but I apparently offended Andrea, who is a bisexual woman. What do you think about this? Sincerely bummed and confused.
Huh. Well, I mean, we all ask these questions,
Yeah.
right? And I mean, it's not clear whether this person who was in the photo, who was not present, is someone who the asker knows.
Right. Well, I mean, if the asker knew them, they probably would know whether they were a lesbian or not.
That's true.
I find that more often I find myself looking at people's Facebook photos and going, oh, your friend is a lesbian.
Oh yeah.
I do that all the time. And
Yeah.
they're like, no, she's not. I'm like, no, she definitely is.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who are we kidding? You can often tell by looking at someone.
Yeah.
And this Andrea, is it Andrea?
Andrea, the bisexual woman.
I mean, that's the thing, is that, I mean, this is a whole other kettle of fish, but there seems to be a lot of sort of barking.
Bisexuals are so sensitive.
They're so damn sensitive. It all comes from their camp, right? It's
They
because
just can't make a goddamn decision.
yeah, it's because they're protesting too much a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm special too.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
But that's a different question for
It is
a
a different question.
day. I don't know. I think to me it's like, why do you care?
Then you have to think about, are you asking, hey, is your friend straight? I mean, I guess we would ask that to each other. Like, if, oh, you're that straight girl, we would say that.
Yeah.
But I guess we wouldn't qualify as much the gays because we assume that everybody's gay.
Yeah.
Unless proven otherwise.
Right.
So maybe that's different in the straight world. Maybe they assume everybody's straight unless proven otherwise.
I think that's probably true.
Yeah. The question is really, who are you asking? If you're asking,
I wouldn't ask Andrea again.
apparently not, right? If you're asking one of us, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No?
I guess you have to know your audience. So if you're
Yeah.
with people, like maybe you didn't really know Andrea that well, which begs the question, why were you spending your birthday weekend with Andrea?
That's a good question.
She doesn't sound great.
No.
I guess if you're in a group of people and you don't know how people would feel about it, keep your mouth shut.
Yeah. This is Carrie's response. I suggest you err on the side of caution, humility, and circumspection. That way, you will be less likely to unintentionally hurt, split infinitive, someone's feelings. Answers to your questions will emerge naturally in the course of friendship if you maintain that friendship long enough to come to deeper understanding. Yeah, I don't know if that friendship's worth,
sort of what we were saying.
but that friendship doesn't sound really worth deeper understanding.
Well, I mean, but that person doesn't say whether or not they're actually friends with Andrea, the bisexual woman.
Right,
So it's like, I don't know, do you care that much about what Andrea thinks?
right. If not, then just ask if her friend's gay, and then when Andrea takes offense, say, what? What? You want to make something of it? What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then punch her in the face.
Oh, you should definitely punch her in the face. I mean, she sounds kind of punchable,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Well, thanks.
That's the show. That's the whole show. That was very painless.
It was. Well, on our end, anyway.
Yeah, maybe not for you. If you hung around.
We're not
Thanks.
asking.
we don't care.
I don't care.
Unlike Andrea, we don't give a shit.
That's right.
I like the Andrea, the bisexual woman.
Andrea the bisexual is... We hate her. She sounds like a...
Suck it.
She needs to suck
She
it.
needs to suck it.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. So please write in and ask us any questions you have,
Yep.
like our friends from Amsterdam today.
Please.
The email address is canadianlesbian@gmail.com.
That's Canadian Lesbian, singular, @gmail.com.
That's right. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah. So, do you think we know everything about everything?
Probably.
You're welcome. Ooh, you just piece outed the walrus.
Bye.
Should I?
This is going really well. Gay.
You do it, right?